are, we're going to make the best tater tot casserole. Okay, so this one I got off of the internet at mykitchenscapades.com. Okay, I'm going to tailor the recipe a little bit, but basically we need a pound and a half of ground beef. I'm going to use both corn and peas. We're going to need sour cream. I just use regular sour cream, but if you're on a diet, you can do low fat. Cream of mushroom soup. This one calls for low fat. We just use regular. Milk, salt, black pepper, garlic. Instead of onion powder, I use onion powder. I use onion flakes. Shredded cheddar cheese and tater tots. And we have a large bag of the tater tots. And we only need 2 pounds of that. Okay. To start off, I'm going to preheat the oven for 375, and we're going to need a 9x3 pan with non-stick spray. Okay, so bake 375, put the up and start. Excellent. Our casserole pan we'll use this one. I think we're going to need to mix a few things beforehand, and I'm going to see if we can fit it in there because I like using that with the pour spout. I probably will need a large spoon. I will be browning hamburger as usual for these recipes, so I will need this and this. And okay, let's move on. Oh, our fry pan as usual. Again, I don't need that. Alright, let's move on to ingredients. Ingredients, we have our hamburger, thawed. You usually can find this in the fridge thawed. If it's not, it's downstairs in the freezer and you'll have to thaw it. From downstairs in the freezer, I have our tater tots. Also from downstairs, I have the corn and the peas. We're going to need sour cream and milk from the fridge and shredded cheese. So, here we go, shredded cheese, milk, and sour cream. I don't know if there's enough left in this one, so I'm grabbing this one as well. Okay, and then a can of cream of mushroom soup.
Okay, I see cream of chicken, I see cream of celery. Uh-oh. I know I bought
Oh, there it is. I knew I bought it. All right. Okay, so let's ground, or I should say brown, the hamburger. Again, just like always, if you've seen the other recipes, the other videos that we've done, we just dump it in here. We rinse out this bag. See, Nolan, I could do these videos like a musical. I could sing the directions. Now we rinse out the bag. Probably not a good idea. You probably would never want to cook again, right? Alright. Wash off the scissors. Okay. Here, this is the garbage.
Cook it on off.
Yes, cook it on off. Alright, I'll just put it on high for now. Move it down to 8 in a bit. And I saw you in one of our videos monkeying around with a hamburger when I wasn't looking. When you're supposed to be videotaping. Do you think they do that on the real cooking shows? Okay, got that broken up. Alright, so I'm going to gonna go ahead and turn that down to 8, leave it there to start browning, and I'll get the other ingredients mixed together. So we're gonna need the cream of mushroom. I'm gonna just dump everything in here. Okay, I'll scoop that out a little bit better in a minute. 3/4 cups low-fat sour cream, or 3/4 cups sour cream. This is 16 ounces, so this is 8 ounces. This is about a cup. We're going to just do a little bit less than this, okay? It's about the size of a cup. Okay, so I just left about 1/4 left in there to get 3/4 of a cup. All right, I'll just scoop this out as well. All right, and milk, 3/4 a cup skim milk. This is about a cup itself, so I'm just going to use this, and you can put a little bit less in here, about right there, okay? Great, and we can mix this up. To get the big chunks out. It doesn't have to be rinsed super well. Because it'll cook down anyway. Alright. Excellent. So, let's go visit the hamburger and see how that's doing. Everything I did. Stir it up here. Again, we'll cook it until most of the oil is sort of burned off. We won't even have to drain it. One of the benefits of extra lean hamburger. Okay, we can add the spices. Really, I think there's only, let's see, I don't actually use much salt, so we'll just put a little bit in it, even though the recipe calls for it. This pepper is slow to shake, so I'm going to grab a different pepper. Here's my minced onions. I'll grab this pepper. Doesn't come out really fast, so just shake it around. These aren't super flavorful, so you can add a lot without making it too oniony. So you can kind of see that's probably pretty good. And the nice thing is they cook up and you don't even notice they're in there. So for kids who don't like onions, it just adds flavor without the texture. All right, let's see if I'm missing any other spices. Garlic. So garlic is also up here. Nope, there it is. And we're almost out of garlic, so we're going to have to add that one to our grocery list. All right, that one's empty. All gone. All right, stir this in. Needs to cook down a little bit more. We'll let that continue cooking. We'll go over and add our vegetables to this mixture, we don't really have very much room in here, but we're not going to put in the whole thing. It's about a third of each of these. So these are the ones that you would ordinarily use in the microwave. Pick them up a little bit. If you're angry, this is a really good way to get your frustrations out. Like if you're mad at your kids, like for example, if Nolan does something and you're mad at him, you're like that. Right, Noah? All right. I'll open this up. I'm not going to really measure this out because it doesn't matter if we get a little too much or a little too little. I'm going to do just a little bit less than a half of this package. That looks good. And same with this one. There. Awesome. That pretty much just puts it all the way up to the top. I'm just going to mix them in there a little bit. Doesn't have to be that great because we can actually mix them when they're in the casserole pan too. Just get them there. Barely big enough, but just big enough. Okay, now. Okay, so now we're going to add this mixture in with our hamburger and mix it all together. Doesn't really have to be heated up, it just needs to be combined. So I'll get this. Okay. And I can get a look and see if I might want to add some more vegetables or not. I kind of think I want more corn in there. What do you think, Rowan?
No.
Let's add corn. I think there's enough peas, though.
Yeah, a lot more corn.
A lot more corn? All right. Let's do that. How about that? There. I like that better. Good. Okay, now I'll go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to get the nonstick cooking spray up here, and we'll spray this pan. Okay, and then we'll dump this in. Let's put the mixture into the pan. It's a little easier to bring this over to there instead of bringing that hot pan over this way. So let's move it over here. It's pretty heavy, so be careful when you pour it in. And you can just kind of spread it out so it's even. Alright, and then this is when we get to put the yummy cheese on top. So, if you remember, we are a cheese-loving family. So even though it might call for a certain amount of cheese, I usually just put what I please. See? What do you think? That look good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Guess what comes next, Holly?
Tater tots.
That's right. So, oh, this is a big bag. All right, I'm going to cut this open, and then we're going to start putting the tater tots on. I'll move this over here. Scissors. All right. Now, you can either be meticulous and line all these little potatoes up, or you can kind of just throw them on there and try to make sure they're just one layer. I kind of would rather be meticulous so it looks pretty. Because that's just the kind of person I am, a meticulous person. Okay, so there it is with all of the tater tots on it, and so now it goes into the oven, and it needs to cook for 40 to 45 minutes until hot and bubbly. So, although I usually just throw it in the oven, probably the best way, the safest way would be to open this, pull out the rack, and then put the pan on the rack. Push it back in and close the oven, set the timer. We'll try 40 to see how that works. You can hold it down here, that'll go faster then. Back a couple. Start! And we're going to do a little bit of cleanup. For the potatoes, we're going to need to put something around them, like a chip clip or something, before we put them in the freezer. We have all of our chip clips over here by the chips in this bowl. I think I'm going to try one of these big ones, see if that works. And then this will go back downstairs in the upright freezer. Rinse these off again. We've got milk to put away. We've got a can to rinse. Alright, rinse this out, recycle. And remember, our recyclers accept lids and cans, or lids for bottles and stuff, so those can go together. I'm going to combine these. They're both very new anyway, so. And then I can rinse this one out and recycle. Okay. Alright, for peas and corns, let's take out, oh boy, let's take out these and we'll just put them in something, because we can use them in a different recipe later on this or next week. Corn. Okay, so those go in the refrigerator. Vanilla and sour cream. Garbage, 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 recycle. Okay. Goes up here. Cheese. Ha! Cream, cheese, milk, vegetables over there. Wash your dishes. Okay, and we'll be ready in about 35 minutes to eat.